Yesterday at this time, I invited you to imagine yourself being one of the disciples on Maundy, Thursday, and to live through that experience. And I suggested I would do the same today. Imagine you are one of the disciples. You wake up. You're in the upper room with maybe 15 or 20 other people who have been restlessly sleeping throughout the night. You wake up and you wonder, was yesterday, last night, a dream? But as your eyes waken, you see Peter staring right down at you, getting close, and you realize that last night, it wasn't a dream. It wasn't a dream. You collect yourself, and you hear crowds of people outside your door. They're moving. They're moving more into the downtown area, a lot of noise. And you're a bit startled. And then suddenly, someone comes in upstairs and reports to the crew that Jesus has in fact been condemned. You sit back down and you collect your thoughts. You kind of knew it was going to come, but when it actually comes, it's a whole different thing. I mean, Jesus had talked about losing his life. And you understand legally and technically why it might have happened. I mean, he was disturbing the peace. He was stirring things up. And the Romans didn't like that. You could get crucified simply for disturbing the peace. But still, it seems so cruel and so wrong and so weird, but nevertheless, you knew it was going to happen, and after a few minutes, you collect yourself and you walk down the stairs and into the street. You follow the crowds to Golgotha. You know where the event will take place, knowing that he's been condemned, and you follow them, but you're nervous, you're afraid. You don't want to necessarily be associated, not so much, not today. And so you're about 40 yards away or so from the site. You can clearly see Jesus, and you can clearly see two other men, one on either side of him. And you can pick up on the pain. You can pick up on the struggle, the challenge to even be able to breathe. And the pain is outrageous. You look at that and you contrast it with the crowd and the sounds. You hear laughter sometimes. You hear people talking amongst themselves. You hear some people jeering. But you also hear tears, you hear weeping. It's a strange world, you think. And you start to weep. You remember the time when Jesus told you that you would do greater things than he ever did. Seemed hard to believe. You also remember that he said, if you are going to be my disciple, you must pick up your cross and follow me. You wonder when it will be you, when your time will come. And for the record, sadly, it does. But then Jesus dies. The sky, it darkens. You're empty, exhausted, without real hope. You go back to the upper room, afraid, empty, and alone.